Alright, what is up everybody? It's a little bit later on Saturday. And I'm going to be doing maybe a second part of today. And what we want to do is we want to build the PlanGraph. So this is going to be a little bit harder, but not too hard, I hope. So to do this, all we have to do is make another scene. So to do that, we just make a new scene, save it. Here we go. And we can save this in scene, and this could be the view PlanGraph scene. Okay. So much like view all everything, you're gonna have this. Well, you'll have both of these things. So let's go copy those and put them here. Great. We're gonna break this prefab. You will be the view PlanGraph. So like I said earlier, we're skipping the mutexes for now, just so we can make this a little easier. Okay. I'm cool with the buttons and everything. Probably have to make a new script though. So let's do that. New C# script, and we can call this view PlanGraph. Alright, so here is PlanGraph. Here's this. And let's just close everything else out. Yep, I will definitely need these two events again. And I'll just copy everything for now, but I'm sure I won't need everything. Maybe I will. Okay, so what is missing? Okay, we definitely need to get the system for action. For PlanGraph, we're going to need the PlanGraph project. Great. And for PDDL reader, we can use this stuff. Great. Okay, so we definitely got the PlanGraph and all its other objects. I'm really not convinced that we need. I think the only thing we need here is a PlanGraph. PlanGraph. Let's do the little, since it's private. PlanGraph. This stuff can just be local, right? Text asset domain. Text asset domain's just gonna be blank for now. And yeah, that's good. I'm content with that. So PlanGraph, we get a PlanGraph, and now we can just make this our actual private variable. And yeah, we need to make sure every instance kinda uses our private variable instead. Okay, let's see what we have to do here. So in start, Okay, so this is the plan graph. So I don't need, okay, I can definitely close this out now. What am I thinking at this point? We definitely need a step prefab, a little prefab. Oh, and you know what else we need now? We need now a level, plan graph level prefab. For now, it could just be a plane or a quad, but we will change that up later. So let's go ahead and do just that. Okay, so I'm gonna make an empty. This will be a plan graph level. Okay, so plan graph level. This is pretty good, pretty exciting. So that's a plan graph level. Let's make it at 0, 0, 0 and totally focus on it. And let's go ahead and make a quad. So that's a 3D object, a quad. Rotate it 90 degrees on, oh, it's already facing us. No 90 degree anything. But I'm gonna put that in the plane graph level. So, okay. I'm gonna make the scale of this kind of big. So I'm gonna make this 3, maybe 6 by 10. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. I'll go ahead and add a 3D text to it. It's also going to be at 0, 0, 0. Awesome. It's going to be level. It's going to be in black. That's alpha. Not bad. I do like the font size like at 12, but then the actual character size at 0.1, 0.2. 0.01, 0.02, 0.05. 0.05 ain't bad. Definitely upper left. Level X, X. Upper left, and then we can put this basically at -3. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, everything is kind of scaled here. I don't like it. I don't like it a bit. So we're gonna make you 1 by 1. The quad can get scaled to 6 by 10. You can now be like 2. Yeah, okay, you're better. 0.5, maybe a 0.25. 3.3. Yeah, I like that. The 3.3. And you're just gonna be kind of maybe -3, -5 or something. Oh, the other way, 5. Yeah, okay. Pretty good, pretty good. If I didn't want to do that, I can just make this 0 and do this in upper center kind of thing. Yeah, that's cool. This could be plain graph level text. This could be background. Background. Cool. Alright, That looks like a good prefab. I'm gonna go ahead and put that as a prefab. Okay, so we got a level, a PlanGraph level. So what is next? We're gonna iterate through our PlanGraph. So we have our PlanGraph. We're gonna do something similar to this, but this is how we're gonna roll with it. Yeah, I'll try to just do it all in this function for now. This is what we do for each PlanGraph level, PG level, so that's PlanGraph level, in PlanGraph.get level Oh, can't do that, so we're going to have to make this a for loop. For int I equals 0, I less than PlanGraph, PlanGraph dot get or count levels I plus plus. Oh, this should be a function, right? Okay, yep, it's a function, I plus plus. So for every level, we're gonna get the level. So PlanGraph level, PG level equals PlanGraph.get level. Alright. Cool. So now basically this is the for each PlanGraph level. What's next? PlanGraph level, PlanGraph. So we got the level. We're going to instantiate a PlanGraph level prefab. Is that a thing? Yep. And alright, so we got the prefab. This is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say pg level dot name equals PlanGraph level space plus PlanGraph. Actually, pg level dot get level. Nice. It's okay. This will hopefully what will this hopefully do? PlanGraph level. So we're making these different levels. We're gonna say, hey, make sure yeah, I'm not sure about the separation and all this just yet. So this is what we'll say, PG level prefab dot transform dot position equals the position vector, right? And then position dot x plus equals, we'll say 6.5. And then we'll continue onwards, I guess. So you're gonna make each level. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get the text. So before even setting all that, pre.get component in children. I'm gonna say text mesh. Dot text equals level plus pg level dot get level. Nice. Alright, so that should be the levels. Let's see if that works. It might not. Oh, we're not even running the right scripts, I think. Yep, that's the original script. So, alright, we're gonna take the script. We're gonna put view PlanGraph script on here. We're gonna remove this one. And let's go to the prefabs. Here's a fact. Here's a step, and is this PlanGraph? Yeah, PlanGraph level. PlanGraph level. Nice. All right, so save that. Play that. Level 0, level 1. All right, good. So it has all the plane graphs. Oh man, and it has shadows and everything. How awesome. Alright, so I know we're in play mode and nothing's happening, so this should actually be pretty easy to modify. Oof, no ISO. So we have this. Does this contain, can this hold everything? No, we're gonna need to make you like 8 maybe? 10? 10 seems pretty good. Alright, I like 10. 10. So, int or float width equals 10. Don't worry, we're gonna use you right now. Width plus 0.5 f. Let's go ahead and let's say padding equals 0.5 f. So here we go. And we can say just width plus padding. So I'm gonna play that. What's up? Oh, I guess the other thing I can do, should do, is in view PlanGraph. Alright, I think that's the best way to handle this. Cool, so we got level 0 and level 1. Alright, good deal. So let's continue onward, shall we? So we got each level. Now we're just stacking all sorts of stuff on top. We don't have to do that here. What I'm gonna do here is I guess I'll keep the separation for now. I won't keep it yet. Let's just do this. We'll just say int x equals negative 2.5, int y equals 0. Just to start off with, see what we get here. And why am I saying int when you're obviously floats? Alright. So we're going to do two things here. We're going to get all possible steps. If PlanGraph level dot exists PlanGraph step, and then you can do the rest of the stuff. Okay. So we're making a step. setting the parent. Let's say the parent is now, the parent is going to be this person, PG level prefab. Dot transform maybe? Love it. Alright. So am I doing that here? I should totally do that too. After the name, PG level prefab dot set parent transform dot set parent is going to be transform. Alright, so I'm getting there. So we got this, we got X and Y, we got a step. Let's do position Y. I'm gonna go new vector 3, X, Y, 0. Does that work? Hope so. Now we're going to do the same thing with the literals. And that should work, I think. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put Y here. We're going to make you the new vector. And the transform's actually PG level prefab dot transform. Is that it? Is that all I need to do? Little prefabs, literal. Maybe. Let's see what happens. So yeah, this is a problem. This is everything that exists at level 1. Oh, I know what's happening. We actually have to change the local position here. How's that work? Nice, check that out. So what we have here, besides this huge button in the way, is we have level 0 with I don't think all 4 of these exist at 0, so we'll have to take a look at that. But this is fine, like there's no steps. We can only do eaten cake, no up have cake, eat cake. Nice. Alright, let's figure out what's happening at the root. So something's wrong at the root. So at PlanGraph equals 0, I'm getting something weird. So let's go to our planning folder, PlanGraph, and PlanGraph level. With the exists thing. Okay, fair enough. So you're calling this function. That makes sense to me. Is it the same at PlanGraph literals level? I'm sure it is. Oops. What did I hit? Build? Execute? Sorry. Not what I want to do. Initial level is greater than -1. Awesome. Initial level is less than or equal to level. And what is level? Okay, yeah. So that should be great, I think. Yeah. And when I'm looking at view PlanGraph level, what are we saying? Get level, right? Cool. And what's get level do? Get level just gets leveled, yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. And it shouldn't be too bad to check out. When we're here, no, it's when we're getting the literals, right? So when we're here, oh, we're not actually checking it. Duh. If pg level dot exists PlanGraph literal, make it. Awesome! How cool is that, right? Boom, 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 boom. I love it, love it. So check this out. Even after I do this, I'm gonna go PlanGraph.extend, just so I can see what happens if I did the extend right now. Should look pretty good still. Love it. That's awesome. That's our PlanGraph looking pretty good. I'll definitely have to do the lining a little later, but just for now, just so we can see if it works, this is great. Dun, 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 dun. But when you look behind it, you can still see the letters, which is a little weird, but you know what? Whatever. Okay. Cool. So what am I doing now? What's next? I don't even know. We got PlanGraph 0, PlanGraph 1, PlanGraph 2. Alright, if we wanted this to look even better and actually correct, we'd have to draw lines. And basically the lines would have to go like this. So if I come up in here, the lines would have to go from not eaten cake to no op not eaten cake. And have cake would have to go to these two. And then from here, no op not eaten cake would still go to no op to eaten cake. Have cake can go here. Eat cake could go to eaten cake and not have cake. So then bam. So those lines would be very useful, yes. And then basically the kind of the same thing. This would go here, this would go here, this would go here, this would go here, and then the preconditions would kind of link up there. So okay. Cool. And if I just did this again for no real good reason, we should get up to level 4. Or level 3 basically, and there would be no change, and that means it's leveled off. Okay. Great, so we have our plan graph. Should I do the lines or should I do the graph plan? I'm trying to figure out what to do right now. I guess the lines. The lines is an important visual. Let's see. I'm gonna need a Google to figure out how to draw a line. Draw line, Unity, line renderer, I think is what I have to use. Just a simple. This is what I gotta figure out now. Or what I need to do. Kinda need like a helper function, right? And like, so the helper function would basically be a list of all these nodes, right? So here are all my steps at level 0, here are all my facts at level 0. That's what I'm going to need. So this is going to be a 2-dimensional array, and it's going to be a game object array with 2 dimensions. Basically, it's more of a list of. I like it a list because that way we can expand it if necessary. So this would be a list of game objects. So these are going to be PlanGraph game objects. And you don't like what I did here, I see. Well, first I just got to include the generics, which I understand. Actually, it's more of a PlanGraph dictionary of a PlanGraph node and a game object. Yes, because then I get a list per level, and then secondly, I can put in a plane. Okay, yeah, this is what I think needs to be. This is what it needs to be. All right, cool. All right, so how are we gonna do this from here? No problem. I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do it in here. So we get a PlanGraph level. We're gonna say, hey, list PlanGraph objects, game objects. Dot add new dictionary. Awesome. Let's call this the PG level dictionary. PG level dictionary equals new dictionary, right? Awesome. And then that's PG level. We didn't. I'm just say var. PG level dictionart, and it's not dictionart, it's dictionary. And excellent. We got a new dictionary. So every time we're up in here, we can make a new step prefab, and here at the end we can just say PG level dictionary dot add. The key will be the node, so that will be the PlanGraph step, and the game object will be the step prefab. Okay, excellent. And then kind of the same thing here, except you'll be the PlanGraph literal, and you can be the literal prefab. Cool. And so now we have this translation matrix between PlanGraph literal and dictionary. And I'll go ahead and put the helper function down here. Private game object get game object from PlanGraph node. PlanGraph node int level. Get game object at level. And basically just say, hey, if PlanGraph game objects dot count is less than, if level is less than game count. Great, keep going. If PlanGraph game objects level dot contains key PlanGraph node, then we can return PlanGraph game objects dot level dot get, or just PlanGraph node. Otherwise, return null. Nice. So get game object at level. So, and you just put in the PlanGraph node. Okay, cool. So if we really wanted to draw the lines here, we could by going for each. Geez, I don't even know. Alright, I'm going to try to do it within the levels first. So we're going to just steal this for each line. Nope, this for each line. Maybe I'm not there yet. I want this one. Yeah. PlanGraph level PG level equals PlanGraph. Oops. PlanGraph dot get level. Level will be I. Yeah, I. So we got a level. PlanGraph dot level dot contains goal equals exists. Okay, what I'm doing here is got the plane graph. I'm getting the level. From the level, we're getting all the steps, and then if the step exists at that level, then see if you have any let's see here. Let's actually just work at the literals level. So plane graph literal, right? Get all possible plane graph literals. Get all effects. Yeah, alright. So if this does exist, for each plane graph literal, let's do it this way. Plane graph literal dot not what I'm thinking. Get child nodes. Yeah, there we go. For each plan graph node in, we'll say PG node in PlanGraph.literal.get. We'll say just get parent nodes for now. We will debug.log PG. We'll say line between PG PlanGraph literal. Yep, plus PG node. Is that valid? Is that cool? So basically this is just telling me where to draw the line, and I'm just going to see if that looks somewhat accurate. Oh, we didn't make the list. Yes, I understand what you're telling me, believe it or not. Even before this, we need to make a PG level, PG equals new. Yes. Think I understand where you're coming from, buddy. Okay, let's see if this looks pretty good. It's telling me we need a line between have cake at 0 and bake cake at -1. No. Half cake. So that's wrong. We need a line between have cake at 0 and no op cake at 1. Yes. We need a line between no op eaten cake 0 and no op eaten cake at not eaten cake and no op not eaten cake. Yes. A line between have cake and bake cake. That's wrong again. No op between have cake and yeah. I think we did that one already, right? No op between have cake 1 and eat cake 1. Okay, so that's more over here. So have cake 1 and eat cake 1. Yep, that's right. A line between not have cake 1 and no op. These negative ones I don't like at all. So okay, yep, so something's wrong with, I think, the get parent nodes. So I'm gonna look at it. Yep, so how are we populating parents? Okay, so we actually pass the list. Okay, so let's go to the, I guess this one. No, I guess we do it at PlanGraph level, right? Oh, in fact, it is right. Just don't forget to check if they exist. Okay. I think that works. Let's see. We're gonna have a line between have cake and not have cake. Awesome. We're gonna have a line between not eaten cake and what am I doing? Not eat cake and no op. Okay, perfect. And then where are we going next? Just these two again for some reason. Yeah, I don't like the duplicates for sure. Have cake and not eaten cake and okay, eaten cake 1 and eat cake 1. That's cool. Have cake at 1. So yeah, why is this one duplicated? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So you have cake, no op, have cake, no op, have cake. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that. So we're going through every literal, so that's every possible PlanGraph effect. I'm going to figure this out. Alright, I'm attaching this to Unity. Alright, playing. So let's say F10 here, PlanGraph node. I really wish I could see what's in here. So let's make it happen. Let's go ahead and stop you. Let's see. A list of PlanGraph nodes. We'll say parent nodes. Parent nodes equals this. And then basically we just say parent nodes, right? Okay, so now we totally can see what's in there simply by hitting play. So parent nodes, alright, yeah, that seems good. Bake cake and half cake. So this is for half cake, those are your parents. And they're both 0. So okay. You won't get past that, you won't get past that, no problem. What's next? Alright, so our next one is going to be not eating cake. Okay. Excellent. Alright, so have cake. Have cake has 2 other ones. Bake cake and no-op have cake. That's cool. So that makes sense. Eat cake. Not have cake. It's gonna have eat cake and no-op not have cake. Okay, not eating cake at 0. Oh ho ho. I don't actually look at this level, right? I'm looking at... Got it. I'm on board again. Yep, we should totally put the level too. When we're doing this line, so here we go. This is how we're really gonna do it. Level at this plus line between something else. All right, level at pg level dot get level How's that gonna work? I think that's gonna be fine. So at 0 and 0, we do those two. At 1, we're gonna have... Yes, I get it. And then at 1, we're gonna have cake. Don't look at the number really. Have cake with no op have cake, and have cake with eat cake. Nope, not have cake. So this one, and then eaten cake and eat cake. Yep, so those two, and not eat cake, and no op not eat cake. So not eat cake. Yes, that is exactly what I want. Perfect. That is making me feel much better. Okay, so let's figure out how to draw a line. We're pretty close, so let's do it. I think I have a line render. Is there an example or anything like that with code? So that was the manual. What about this? Script. Scripts are cool. Yeah, I think I've seen this a few times, this how to draw a line. And this is the way I'm gonna do it. Drawing lines using line render, yes. Yep. I just don't know what to attach it to, right? Like, is it just a blank game object? I don't know. Let's just say new line renderer, Unity new line renderer. Alright, let's do it. I think I have an idea. So we're going to make a new game object here. So this is exactly where we're going to end up. Game object dot new or dot create primitive. How about just dot create? Alright. Game object line equals new game object. Do you have any things we can pass? Oh, and a name. Okay, cool. A name, we'll call you line. And components, let's just pass in a what line renderer? Let's say type of. Is that cool? Alright, so we definitely got a line. Line dot transform dot set parent. We'll set it to the literal that we're looking at. So set parent gets so get game object. We're gonna get the PlanGraph literal add I. Dot transform. Crazy, but should work. Line dot local position transform dot local position equals new vector3 dot 0. Not new. Just vector3 dot 0. Alright, so that should move the line to exactly where we need to go. Yeah, don't even know if I want to do all that just yet. I mean, I think this is what we'll want to do at the end, but this is how I think I want to play this. Vector 3 start equals, we're going to get the get game object at level, the PlanGraph node, which will be the PlanGraph literal at I, dot transform dot position. Vector 3 end is going to be very similar, except we're going to grab the node. So PG node I transform that position. Okay, so we got a start and an end and a line renderer, right? So we're going to get the line renderer. LR equals line dot get component line render, and we know that's going to be there because we specified that just a little bit earlier. So line renderer dot this is what I don't know. How do we basically draw I'm looking. Line renderer. Create a line render in C#. Yes, please. Okay, set position. That's what I need. LR.set position of 0 to start, and LR.set position 1 to end. And then we just parent it to this guy. And is that all we need to do? Let's see. It's always fun just to hit the play and see what happens, right? I'm giving it a second, maybe two. It just kept cutting off my string for some reason, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so it's saying you are not an actual object. Okay, and that could be very well. PG node. Should I just say PG node exists at level? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. PG dot node. Yeah, let's just do it. PG level. This is not the in-between things, right? So this is basically everything within a group, I guess. I think I'll just put it in here. Not that this is. If PG node instant is PlanGraph. Oh yeah, we could just do that. If PG node is PlanGraph step, then return exists PlanGraph step PG node as PlanGraph step, else if, you know what I want to do, literal PG node literal, and then if you even make it down here, just go ahead and say adios. Alright, so if you're PlanGraph step or PlanGraph literal, and then if we go back to view PlanGraph, we should be alright. If you exist, awesome. Oof, my feet are itchy for some reason. What? Inconsistent line endings. I'm going to close this out and view PlanGraph settings. Now what do you have to say? Okay, so let's see what happens. Null reference. Oh wait, we haven't got there yet. Ooh, I see purple. Purple is a good sign. So basically, not eaten cake is going there. Not eaten cake is also going to... Oh, that's where it's going. Eaten cake is going to eat cake, and... Alright, so that's all looking pretty good. Might have to lower the width a little. Sorry, itchy feet. Okay, so cool. We got all the internals working. So that's great. That is wonderful. Let's now go the other way, right? So we did the parents. So we got the parents. Let's do the other way, like I was saying. Let's grab the children. Get child nodes. Are we as worried if it exists at this level? So if I'm trying to get the child node, yeah, I think that's safe. Because the child nodes will exist at that stage because they existed in the previous stage. So this is actually safe. Let's see how that works, if that even runs. I haven't changed anything else, so we got basically the start, the end. We'll see. I feel pretty good about it, but we'll see for sure. Alright, maybe I'm not thinking of this clearly. Get parent nodes will give me all the parent nodes. Oh. I'm starting to see why. My parents actually have to live on PlanGraph dot exist app level PG node I+1. I mean, this could totally just be a PlanGraph step, and I don't care. then, you know, we don't have to actually do all this craziness here, which I'm okay with. And then you are still PlanGraph steps, right? Yeah. Let's see what happens here. If plan this thing, this is how I'm going to do it, equals null, just return. But then, like before I return, I want to break here and figure out what happened. Alright, cool. Why would that ever actually happen? Alright, have cake at 1. Oh, at 0. Oh, because we're grabbing it at, I see. That's the problem. This should be I plus 1. So yeah, we gotta do 2 checks really. But that makes sense. We're trying to get the PlanGraph node at the next level. So that this is how we're gonna combine 2 levels together. But to do this, so this is what I'm gonna really do. This is gonna be the second part of all this. Right here. And there's gonna be another if statement here. If PlanGraph dot get max level get count levels is less than this is what I'm really trying to say. I plus 1 is less than this. Then keep it going. So basically I'm saying, hey, if you're still less than levels, cool. If you're equal to levels or greater, then don't do all of this nonsense. Let's see if that works. I think that looks good. Let me do something else just to kind of help this out a little bit. I'm gonna move these things back just a sec. Oops, not you. You. Just a smidge so we can see what's going on. Definitely lower the width on this, but basically not eating cake goes to no op, have cake has, yep, there. But it should also go to, eat cake should also go here, right? I don't see that line. Where are these lines going? Oh, I think they're actually going to the literal, is that right? Yeah, check that out. Alright. So like this literal should have, I think you should have 2 lines. You should have basically 1, 2, no op, and 1, 2. Alright, but we're getting there. So yeah, let's definitely set that width down a little bit just so it makes some better looking stuff. So set width. Yeah, it could be just similar, I guess. I'm gonna click on the line. Sorry, this line. Where is the width? Like, so 0.5, 0.1 maybe? 0.1 seems good. Hey, what's up, Bobby? No, I didn't say hi back. Just been doing this crazy academic kind of stuff. Not really game related, just more academic-y. Yeah, so that seems like a good width. I'm cool with that. So we're gonna do 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Alright, so hopefully the lines are a little better. Yeah. Now I gotta figure out why not all the lines are working. That's a different question, right? So we have, I selected you and you. Moved you guys back just a smidge. Cool. So, the lines here, we got basically, that's wrong, right? Like this line definitely seems wrong. You, no, it's have cake, right? So, okay, I don't think this has any effect. What about you? Do you have any effect on the line? Yeah, you guys don't have any effect on the line. That's too crazy. Because you really should, right? So I move this whole literal. That line just stays there. Crazy. Okay. I don't want that to be the case, but that's what's going to happen, I guess. And nothing will be really moving or anything in this stage, but gosh, I really just wanted to move. So, okay. Something went wrong though, because this guy has 2 lines, and you really shouldn't have 2 lines, right? Like, so have cake. The 2 ways you can have cake is definitely not eating cake. You have to do nothing. Yeah. So that was wrong. So yeah, we gotta figure that out. Might be something in the code. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We're gonna grab the background here, yeah. Let's move it back just a bit in the Z. Like negative 0.1. Will that hide the lines or show the lines? Oh, yeah, hid the lines. So let's go the other way. Cool, yeah, that looks good. Alright, so these 2 lines are great. It's just stuff that I'm a little worried about. So if I click on this guy, see the line should be, yep, 0, 0, 1.1, 2.2, Alright. Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's do the other part that I wanted to do, which is the extend, and just see how that works. PlanGraph.extend. Is there a way to hide the 2D stuff just for now? Like, yeah, just for now. I will have to remember to enable it. But, okay. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like we have a line going from not eaten cake to no op not eaten cake. That's right. Eaten cake, that seems right. From have cake to not have cake, that's good. And have cake to no op have cake, that's great. Alright, so not have cake seems to be going to eat cake, which is wrong. And let's see, bake cake. Yeah, like it looks like those are reversed, right? Like it really looks like you should be not have cake and you should be have cake. That's really weird. And I also might just gosh, so this is a little clear. I'm gonna move the point to here. So how big is this thing? This 2? Yeah, let's go ahead and scoot you up by 2 and scoot you back by 2. So what are we gonna do here? Start that. Where's my start and end? When I'm making the lines. Here we go. Start. Start.x. This one is the child nodes. So it's going to be minus equals 2. Right? And then the end is going to be plus equals 2. And I'll keep them together just for now. And this part is going to be the opposites. I believe you're going to be plus and you're going to be minus. Let's see if that like at least clears it up a little bit. Yeah, at least you can see where the lines are trying to go to, right? So you, I hate this canvas. Let's goodbye canvas. All right, yeah, this is actually clear. So you can say that's going here, that's going here, that's going here. These are going here. We really should have a you going here, you going here. Yeah, so there's something else is wrong here. Okay. Most of it is right, but that's not great. Yeah, like this is fine. These two are fine. So the transition from this to that and that to that's great. The no-ops are working spectacularly. It's the everything else. Like the eat cake, the precondition to eat cake is going to be not have cake, which is perfect. But I don't know why there's another one going to here. So that's wrong. That should go here, not there. Oh, but it might be my code. Let me think about it. So that part's fine. This part, have cake. Not have cake should be at 1, and you should be at 1, right? I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. Let me just play it one more time, just to make sure I see everything just fine. Yes, I see it clearly now. Not at all. I want to see this. I want to see this guy, or actually this guy. Not have cake. When are we looking at not have cake? So that's going to be, alright, one PG node here. Is this the one we're looking at? Yeah. This is when we're creating everything? Yeah. Alright, so here, if I'm looking at PG node, I want to see your children basically. So I hit play here. Play here. Alright, eat cake I'm cool with. Eat cake at 0 I'm cool with. Eat cake, have cake. How do I continue? I think it's just F5. F5. Not, oh, wait. What am I looking at? Child nodes. I'm actually, yeah, okay, have, so I'm more worried about this. Not yes. Not have cake at 1. Okay, yes. That's definitely one I want to look at. You have children, which is bake cake at 2. And not have cake at 2. Yeah, so that sounds about right. So for my not have cake, those are my children. So I really can't, you won't have any children on the first one. Right? That's not right. Parents, eat cake. And not have cake at 2. Okay, no, that's right. So the children are the that way, and the steps are the that way. Okay, that makes sense. So eat cake should have been a parent of yours. But I'm saying it the wrong way here. I think that's the problem. So the parents actually exist here. The children. Yes, I think that's right. Alright, so that looks good. You are gonna be you're this one actually, so Control C that and delete that, Control KD. You're gonna be at I, so that's great. You're gonna be at the I+1, so I should have copied it. Oh well. PlanGraph dot exists at level PG node. Actually, we got to see if it even exists. Oh yeah, it does. So we know that that level exists. Exists at level I+1. Something like that. Control KD. And then the end is going to be I+1. I think I screwed up something there. It's a logical issue, not necessarily a programming issue. Well, obviously it wasn't a programming issue because it ran. Just how I was doing it. Okay, here we go. This might be right. Oh, but I gotta work. Uh, let's do it the other way. You're gonna be plus, you're gonna be minus, and you are minus, and you are plus. Am I making sense now? Is this working? Okay. So if not eating cake, not eating cake. Have cake, yes. Yes. Alright, so that's cool. Not eating cake is not eating cake. Have cake is gonna be the, yep, have cake, eat cake will lead to not have cake and eating cake. Awesome. Yes, 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 this is exactly what I wanted. And then let's just keep going just in case, see if everything's cool. Not eating cake, yep. Not eat cake, yep, yep, yep. Alright, so here we go. Eat cake requires that you have cake. Yes. Bake cake requires that you don't have cake. Awesome. And that, man, yeah, that looks great. That is what a PlanGraph should kind of look like. Not necessarily. I mean, you can make it look better if you want. Oh, man, for this project, I think this is exactly what I want. So let's go ahead and do one more thing and set the color. Set colors. Color dot black. Color dot black. Or blue. I don't know. Semicolon. Hopefully it won't do the colors that I told it to do, which that's not what I wanted to do. Why did the colors not go black? I don't know. So let's just click on one of these, like you. A literal, a line. I said don't use world space. It would freak out, right? I won't do that. Yeah, I prefer not to use world space. So can I do that? LR dot world space or something. Use world space equals false. So now that I'm not using world space, interesting. Alright, when I make this game object line, I'm going to say line.transform.position is going to equal to game object start.position. Let's just say start, right? Is that what I want? I think so. So the lines are all there, but when I actually go to the line, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But like if I look at any of these literals, I can go here, see your line, can move the line around if I want to. That's good enough. I want it to be black too, but it's not really taking that. So if I go to line, cast shadows, receive shadows, materials, maybe it just needs a material. Just like any material, like a sprite material. Yeah. I don't know how to defaultly sign a material up in here. We'll see. lr.set material equals, I don't know. Here we go. Let's say color C1, C2, set position, set width, set vertex count, line renderer unity material. Go, 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 go. Okay. See, no one told me that part. This thing stole that code. Alright, so half my line should be good. Or none of my... What? Maybe I won't do particles slash additive. What are my other options? See, line. Right now my materials is particle slash additive. Maybe I just want it to be default. Would that be okay? Any of this. Oh, is that it? I don't know where I'm at. I thought I was here. Okay, so will you show me what the effects are? Ah, yeah, there we go. So if I just did default diffuse, it would be just white? I guess that makes sense. Alright, we'll do sprite slash default. That seems like the best. Sprites dash default. Sprites dash default. It looks like you didn't do that. So what happened? Yep, null exception. Alright, so what am I doing wrong? Shader.find sprites.default, something like that. What if I definitely put quotations around this? let's do this. Alright, I'm ready for this part to be over. So let's see. Do I got my black lines yet? Awesome. The part that's not so awesome is this. I look at this line, I don't see it at all. It's way over there. So definitely this whole using world space last is not the way to handle that. So definitely the first thing you want to do, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so yep, still not what I wanted. Let's figure out why it's still crazy. Whatever, let's not even worry about the world space right now, because I don't care if I have access to move it or not. Okay, fancy schmancy. Okay, so that is our domain. It looks great. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Then what do I have to do after this? Well, let's do this. Let's get to the scene, alright? So we got the view plane graph, that's all the cool stuff here. So prefabs, we're going to have this view plane graph here. This is how I'm going to separate this. Create, let's just make this scene prefabs. And so we can take you. I don't know. I don't think we need to get to that point yet. All right, so prefabs. We got this this other one. Great. Let's go to the game. The main game. Here we go. Game controller. And how long have we been doing this? An hour? Ooh, wow, almost 2 hours. This one was a long one. Public game object. This one's going to view PlanGraph. And hopefully that will come here. And then we can just say view PlanGraph here. Nice. Okay, so we got the view PlanGraph. Now how do we actually do anything with it? View PlanGraph dot on click menu. That does the load level select. Load level select. Awesome. View PlanGraph dot on click next. For now it does load level select. And this guy will now do load PlanGraph. Generate method load PlanGraph. Alright. Oh, don't need it here. We'll put it a little lower. So, yep, make sure this is minus, 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 and minus. Let's go down. Private void load PlanGraph. And then we're just going to create a view PlanGraph. We'll call you prefab. Well, we better just put you there. Then we'll put you as a prefab. Love it. Alright, hopefully, maybe, this will work. Alright, so here we go, level selection, or problem selection, and we can click the cake problem. Here is the domain, view the problem, here's the problem. Here we go, here's all the possible steps and actions, or actions and steps. And you view the problem. Oh, something went wrong. No problem, let's figure it out. I think because we renamed it, so go ahead and do that. So cake problem, here we go, that's the domain. This is the problem. This is all the possible steps and actions, facts. Nice, and here is the PlanGraph. So we got the PlanGraph. So we got the PlanGraph and we got the steps. Okay, so we got the PlanGraph. So now we need to light things up and start doing things. So how do we do that? Not exactly sure, and I realized a very important thing. Our buttons aren't wired up, so let's wire up our buttons. View PlanGraph. Yeah, that's the one. That's the ticket. Let's grab our button. Yep, we need to view PlanGraph here. And view PlanGraph. Go ahead and click menu when you click menu. And when you're on next, let's do view PlanGraph. And when you do that, click next when you hit continue. So, yeah, that seems fine there, but let's go back to main. Cake problem. Next, next, next. Awesome. Next. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think we applied. Alright, so go ahead and view PlanGraph. Here, apply, save, back to main, play. Cake problem, yep, yep. Awesome. Rocket test. Yes, yes. Alright, so awesome. That's a bunch of more actions. View problem. Whoa. I think there's something very important here that we didn't consider. And what about duplicates, right? Duplicate steps and duplicate things. Totally didn't even cross my mind. Definitely need to look into that. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. The other thing I forgot to do when I'm building these PlanGraphs. Oh yeah, it's false by default. Excuse me. Alright, let me do that last thing, just checking for duplicates, and then we'll call it a day. So this is gonna have the view plan graph, right? Because I don't think it's happening elsewhere, right? Because when I'm looking at it, this part, this is just fly rocket NOLA. Oh, it is. Oh, I wonder why it. We're gonna have to look into that. I don't feel like looking at it right now. We'll look at it in a bit next time. Okay, let's go ahead and go to source tree, and that's gonna take like 1,000,000 years to load. So just give it a sec, or 1,000,000 years, somewhere between a second and 1,000,000 years. That's how much time it'll take to load. Still loading. Let's go already. Yeah, that all looks fine. I'm gonna stage all this. I'm gonna grab the episode name. Alright, so what did we do? PlanGraph level, yep. Yeah, literally we just worked on creating the PlanGraph. Create view PlanGraph scene. Really not much more to say than that. I'm gonna be good with that. But for next time, we're definitely gonna have to remove those duplicates. There's a lot of duplicates, and I don't know why. I'm thinking it's how we compare they're equal, and they're just that two different objects are not equal for some reason. So okay, with that being said, I think I'm gonna go, guys. Been great doing this. Hopefully by the end of this week, maybe next week, we'll have a whole bunch of planners together, and we can throw them on Sokoban, and then the Sokoban will have this like planner that can make all the solutions for all the levels, and it'll be great. Okay, bye everybody. See you guys either later tonight or tomorrow or next